जो टाइम निकाला है वो उसका पास्ट बनता है, इट्स पास्ट। तो जहां पे पॉइंट होगा, हमेशा याद रखना है, जहां पे पॉइंट होगा इस इमेजिनरी लाइन पे, वो एवर मूविंग पॉइंट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो उसका मतलब होगा इट्स प्रेजेंट, इट्स प्रेजेंट। नाउ अभी जो जीना मरना रब के हाथ में, 1990 से पता नहीं कहां तक जिए वो, मे बी दिस गाय dies in this is known by God now, maybe 21st century. Now जो अभी इस पॉइंट को कवर डिस्टेंस करनी है ना अभी 21st century तक, we call it a future. Now so you could understand over here, when we talk about the word time, it's an imaginary line which you can't see. Now there is an ever moving point, where the point rests is called present, and the covered distance is called past, and the upcoming distance, or the distance that is to be covered by this point, is called future. So we get three types of time here, or when we talk about the imaginary line, on the basis of this imaginary line we get three types. The first one is present, then we have past or past, then we have third thing that we call it future. So अभी तक हमने यहाँ तक क्या पढ़ा? First of all, I did talked about the word tense, that owes its birth from the Latin word called tempus, Anglo-French word tempendo, third is tempus. They all mean time, but when we talk about the word tense, it shows two things. The first thing, it shows sense. The second thing, it shows time. So maybe a question that is being like, that gets birth across your minds could be like, what does time mean? Now, I did give an example. For example, time is an imaginary line in which there is an ever moving point, where the point rests is called present, and the covered distance is called past, and the upcoming distance is called future. So as per the timeline, or as per the imaginary line of the word time, we get three bifurcation. The first one, present, past, and future. Now let's rub the board first and move on. ओके, नाउ जब हम बात करते हैं इंग्लिश की, और जब हम बात करते हैं एक सेंटेंस की, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट सेंटेंस हैज ऑलवेज थ्री पार्ट्स. The first one, the very important three things which are mandatory to frame a sentence in English language or any language, when you talk about a language. Now, the three things which are very important is there must be a subject, there must be a verb, there must be an object. So for framing a sentence, when we talk about the word sentence, we must have three things: subject, we must have verb, third thing which we call as object or complement. These are three things which are very required, which are very important for framing a sentence in English language. For example, if I say, अगर मैं कहूँ यहाँ पे कि मैंने खाना खाया या मैं खाना खाता हूँ. So for example, मैं, the first thing is subject, is I. Then verb is खाता, is eat. Then खाना is food. मैं खाना खाता हूँ. So when we talk about these three things, these are very important. Now अभी आप लोग बात करोगे या अभी आपका क्वेश्चन होगा कि what does subject mean? जब हम सब्जेक्ट की बात करते हैं तो सब्जेक्ट क्या होता है इंग्लिश में या एक लैंग्वेज में क्या सब्जेक्ट होता है? जब हम सब्जेक्ट की बात करते हैं आम फहम लैंग्वेज में या इन अ वेरी easy or understandable language or in a layman's language, we say subject is the doer or a performer of an action. जो बंदा काम कर रहा होगा या जो बंदा काम करता है उसे हम कहते हैं subject, the doer. For example, the word doer or the performer of an action, performer of an action. For example, यहाँ पे जब बात आ रही थी कोई बंदा खाना खाता है तो कौन सा बंदा खाना खाता है? इट्स मी, आई ईट फूड. तो यहाँ पे जो बंदा काम करता है इट्स आई. तो आई डायरेक्टली refer here as a subject. लेकिन यहाँ पे maybe there is a question across your minds that could be, for example, if you take an example, he is a teacher. Or let's take an example. There's a guy called Mansoor. Mansoor is a guy and he is a teacher. He is a. यहाँ पे जब हम बात करते हैं, मैंने आपसे कहा सब्जेक्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट और सब्जेक्ट इज अ डूअर ऑफ एन एक्शन. यहाँ पे जब हम इस सेंटेंस की बात कर रहे हैं, ही इज अ टीचर और मंसूर इज अ टीचर, यहाँ पे मंसूर कोई एक्शन नहीं दिखा रहा. ही इज नेवर perform in any action or he's not doing any action. So does this mean that this definition is wrong, or does this mean that this definition is incorrect? So let's understand here. अगर हम इस पे यहाँ पे he is a teacher पे हाथ रखते हैं and we say is a teacher, इसका मतलब कोई बंदा टीचर है. जब मैं हाथ हटा रहा हूँ तो आपको दिख रहा है कि he और मंसूर is a teacher. तो जो ये वाला पार्ट है, ये जो ये वाला सेंटेंस है, ये पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस है, it refers to about some person. It refers about the Mansoor, and this part of the sentence talks about the person called Mansoor. And when we talk about this part of the sentence, when we understand the meaning of the word subject, we say that the part of a sentence or the predicate of a sentence which refers or which talks about somebody, that body is told as a subject. तो यहाँ पे मैंने आपसे कहा कि अगर हम इस पे ही और मंसूर पे हाथ रखते हैं तो आपके दिमाग में एक बात आ रही है, इज ए टीचर, यानी कि कोई बंदा टीचर है. तो जब मैं हाथ हटा रहा हूँ तो यहाँ पे ही और